Hey guys, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Commander Cockinson. Stuart,
Yes,
what is the Star Trek universe known for?
the Star Trek universe is known for many things. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
realism and science fiction,
Mm-hmm.
science fiction and real concepts kind of merged together, I guess.
One of the things, as you know, it's most known for is having robots.
Yes, droids. They're very important. I have a guest star here to help us.
Yes, they've got ones that can translate, they've got ones that can repair ships, they've got ones that just say gonk. They've got a little mouse droid. It's a wonderful, diverse. Wait, what did I say at the start? I feel like I might have. Did I say Star Trek or Star Wars?
You said Star Trek.
Oh, I meant Star Wars. What about Star Trek today? Because there's robots now, maybe.
There are robots now. The R2D2s of Star Trek, which, I'm a huge R2D2 fan, so I was totally happy when I heard this line. Or was I? Yeah. During the battle in the season finale of Discovery Season 2, Episode 14, Such Sweet Sorrow, Part 2, there's damage to the Enterprise. The Enterprise gets struck by a photon torpedo, but we'll talk more about that at some other point, which does not detonate. And Pike orders the DOT-7s to launch, which we can assume stands for Damage Operations Team, perhaps. I'm not exactly sure what the acronym would be, but Damage Operation Team seems most effective, or most plausible. And at that moment, little portholes in the hull open up, and these things pop out, which very much look like robots, droids of some sort, kind of like a mix between Wally and R2D2. They kind of have an R2D2 dome on them, and they start cruising all over the hull during a major battle. One of the ships probably doing maneuvers, and they're apparently fixing stuff. Even though they don't go to the torpedo, they go to an area in front of the torpedo and start working on an undamaged section of hull. But anyway, yeah, these things launch, so it's worth talking about these.
Yeah, this was a weird one. There's a lot of extraneous stuff in this episode that did not need to be there. And this is not referenced before, after. It makes no difference to the torpedo. Normally when you do things like this, and especially when you invent something this potentially powerful, it means something. Maybe these robots are there to cauterize the hull. Maybe there's it's broken through and now the air's flushing out. You see, the wind tunnel there popping out and they can't close it and they come in and seal up the thing so people can go in and manually fix it. Or they maybe cut around the torpedo's breach points so they can then pull it out very slowly. Again, two important points. But as you say, they come in and they do nothing next to the torpedo. They just laser a non-damaged bit next to the torpedo and their impact is non-existent. And so you wonder, why did they spend money building a new high-end close-up piece of the Discovery Enterprise, because you can see new details you can see before, and then design the robots and build them, assuming they're robots, of course. We'll get into that in a minute. It seems like such a wasteful moment that doesn't pay off and means nothing. I guess it sets up Season 3 that they've got things that can just repair the hull en masse, but that's what we've seen work bees do, because we've seen the ship be damaged massively and then repaired massively, and we've seen work bees. So it's a scene that both stands out for being what, and also stands out for being completely pointless.
Yeah, it almost seems like these were CGI files that they had from some other project. Like, ooh, those are cool. Let's use those. But it's got that R2D2 Imperial probe droid kind of vibe to the head with those lenses. It doesn't fit in Star Trek. It seems like, oh, this was a cool model we have. Can we use it? Yeah, let's do it in this scene. It's like, not necessary, guys.
Or the director loves the Star Wars The Phantom Menace and loves the moment when R2D2 and his cohorts very visually similar.
Hyperdrive.
Fix the hyperdrive. Go in, they do it. It's very,
Even that, they're magnetized to the hull with their treads. This is floating above the hull, which in a battle scenario seems totally impractical.
The way Discovery space shields have been represented is it's flush with the hull. There isn't space. Even when the torpedo hits the hull, you can see the effect at the hull level. It's not a bubble shield, and so I'm guessing then that these are exactly the right size of the shield bubble, that the shield bubble is just above their head, because otherwise they're out of the shields, and doesn't that seem a bit weird to have? I mean, design wise, if you had it in a lineup, of 10 franchises, Star Trek on the lowest level. Is it from the new Lost in Space? Is it from Star Wars? Is it from Stargate? Is it from Battlestar Galactica? Well, maybe, no. Is it from Star Trek? No. Moving on. While yes, obviously it has the arms of the work bee, and the back piece is very similar to the space EVA suit from Burnham season 1. But again, that's a very unlike Star Trek suit. Also, it's now Star Trek, but those two are the only things that link it. The rest of it is completely abstract. And
it's almost a universe-breaking moment, and it doesn't need to be there. Literally, it's a few seconds that could have just been taken out of the episode, because it makes you go, huh? We haven't seen those before. Those are really stupid. Plus, I think they went for that R2-D2 vibe with the color as well, with the blue. I don't know. It's just, it was an odd choice. Now, the other question remains, are these actually droids? Because when I saw these, I recognized them as something else. In the TNG technical manual, there is an EVA suit, which we'll have on screen here, that has multiple arms. Basically, an operator goes inside. There's consumables for like 6 days worth of whatever if they get stranded or whatever. But it's for extended repair operations, which I would buy. That's what this is. However, again, you're sending out a person then in a suit during a battle where your ship is doing evasive maneuvering. There's an unexploded ordnance in the hull. So sure, yeah, people will do dangerous work, but that just seems too much. And it's not like the scene is ever referred to again. Like, if these things at the end of the episode did something miraculous to save the day, okay, fine. But I don't know. I see them more as droids with the way the head moves, but they could be EVA suits, so we got to give them that.
And the basic concept of what the first frame is, which is these little hatches that open up and something comes out. In the NX-01, there are hatches all around the ship, which Doug Drexler designed specifically to have little pod things that then come out, and there's all of the lines around the hull are actually rails. They're inbuilt, and a repair platform will come up. It can slide around the entire primary saucer. I'm not sure about the secondary hull, but some bits for sure. And then people can disembark from those and, work on things. So there is elements to that. Although, again, having 3 run for the registry, again, seems bizarre. They're not where you wouldn't put them there. Because this is a precedent to that idea. But then, if they're people, which makes more Star Trek sense, we already have 200 shuttles and work bees and fighters, yes, most of which are manned, or we assume all are manned. There isn't any excess crew, and these are 8 people, 5 people, 3 people that are doing it. I mean, they're not even doing their job. I don't see what they're doing. There's no visual link. I mean, the Enterprise isn't even very damaged by the end of it, besides that one thing. Their shields hold the entire battle, and there's no hull damage except for this moment where a torpedo goes through the shields. So there's not even any visible damage to, there's never like a chunk, it's no Star Trek 6 where a torpedo hits and it blows apart a bit of the hull. There's never any damage to fix. So it's disconnected from the show, the episode, and the battle.
So, in short, we don't know exactly what these are, whether they're EVA suits or whether they are, in fact, repair droids of some sort. However, it was worth talking about because we are Trekyards, we are the tech and ship guys, so we thought we'd talk about it. Maybe we'll get more information on them at some point, but it'd be interesting to find out what DOT actually stands for, DOT-7s. I like Damage Operations Team or whatever. I mean, you can come up with some good ones for that, but again, I don't think this was needed. This should have just been cut out because it's a too WTF moment, especially considering all the hate that Discovery gets for a lot of the other stuff it does. This was just an odd choice, in my opinion, and could have just been left out.
And if it is obviously a reference to the TNG suit, I mean, if it's a coincidence, then that's an amazing coincidence. Visually, it has a lot of thematic similarities and tonal similarities in terms of the look. But then again, these are 100 years in the future, and this is meant to be advanced. It's a classic thing where now Discovery really is retconning the entire Star Trek landscape by its retcon, or at least visual identity, as a pre-TOS, because now this makes the TNG things look not advanced. And so now they have to go in and update TNG, which means Voyager, which means DS9, which means, and now all the other races that, the Cardassian station doesn't look advanced now, so now they've got to update the entire Cardassian aesthetic. And now the Bajoran aesthetic to match the Cardassian aesthetic, and now the Klingons, because, it's a real fundamental breaking of the universe, and, I mean, are these Andorian creation? These are Tellurite creation? Why don't they use them? Are they not on other ships? Why didn't Enterprise D ever use them? Why didn't Voyager? I mean, Voyager. I mean, they could have just. I mean, because the thing is, they're all in the schematical databases of the ship. So you just build 10 or 12 over the course of several months. You build, you cut out a crew quarters and you make a little repository. They come out of the hull, and imagine Year of Hell, these little things buzzing around fixing. I mean, would have been tremendously useful, just like the spore drive.
Yes. And you're saying what kind of creation are they? I'd say Tellurite, because like I said, it looks very much like the piggies from Angry Birds if you compare them side by side. But anyway, on that note, guys, what do you guys think about this new piece of Federation technology? Does it fit? Does it not fit? Is it a droid? Is it an EVA suit? Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. And what does DOT stand for? Come on. Come up with something good. Always looking forward to your comments and questions and stuff down below. And if you want to join a really cool community that talks about this kind of stuff on a regular basis, head on over to the Facebook page. There's a lot of social media links in the description below. Check them out. Come join the community and hang out with us on a regular basis.
And of course, support us directly if you would like to. The content we do, the content we're going to do, and of course support the channel so we can keep just existing for years to come. Because we'd like to with all the new Trek coming down, and obviously Orville and other good stuff like that. So support us in one great is Patreon. It's a monthly donation service, a little bit each every month. By a lot of you makes a massive difference, or a lot from a few of you. If you can afford it and you like us, please do. Or a one-time donation at trekkills.com. You click the donate button, you give a little bit or a lot or whatever. All helps the show for sure. Or join our lives every single week. We like to talk to the community, have a great discussion, really bounce off you guys and listen to what you want to say. And you can super chat via that to make sure your voice is heard, your comment is heard and read out for everyone else. And we've had some amazing sort of eye-opening moments from people saying things. And it's like, oh. And we also get, $5, which helps support the show and help us keep going. So it's a real win-win there. And there's some great ways.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I will be replaced by a droid host of some sort. But until then, I am Captain Foley.
I'm just going to stay canon.
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.